Peter, thank you so much for joining us here today at FF News' coverage of PFF. How are you?
I'm great, Doug. I mean, I love your energy. Always so upbeat, man. Always so upbeat.
Well, it's easy to do that when we're at the beautiful Paris for the Paris Fintech Forum's Leadership Summit. And you yourself are a leader, but could you tell our viewers who might not have seen you before a bit more about yourself and your role?
So I am CEO of TBI. TBI is a challenger bank of Southeast Europe, focusing on merchants, helping them ultimately sell more. We have over 20,000 partnerships with all type of merchants, from largest e-commerce players all the way down to mom and pop stores around the countries. And on the other side of the business, it's a consumer business where we are really credit-led neobank.
Absolutely amazing. Now, before we find out more about the event we're at today, I want to find out about some of the biggest trends you see where TBI Bank can really innovate in Southeast Europe. What are some of the areas where you've seen your customers clamor for when it comes to their fintech offering? What do customers in Southeast Europe say to you and go, we really want that from TBI?
Well, look, I think customers everywhere are looking for contextualized real-time propositions. And therefore, embedded finance, I think, is really the biggest trend that we're seeing in our industry.
Yeah.
And the things that we do, I was just now speaking to one of the CEOs of a British bank. And he was with huge interest listening to what I have to say, simply because even in UK, some of these solutions are not available. They are available for different types of retail landscape.
Yeah.
So something that maybe Klarna is serving very well for high velocity verticals, where there is a really kind of smaller good demand, whether it's fashion, apparel, industries, furniture, electronics, anything, whether it's even services, medical services, dental services, education, where people are looking really to spread their payments, having a transparent option available at the moment of purchase, which is really embedded into the journey, which makes really the experience much smoother and easier. And this is why I believe embedded finance is a big trend, because all of us are really short on time.
Yeah.
Simply, none of us want to be like an old school days, going to the bank, waiting for the teller to fill in the paper, then send it off somewhere to make a decision. Everybody wants everything instant,
especially if you have to take time out of work.
Well, exactly. You want to be able to do it at the moment of your need, whether you're on an e-commerce store, or whether you're at your dentist, or whether you're playing with your mobile phone and you just need to sort out, in a train, quickly your finances.
It's a brilliant branding opportunity, being able to tie your financial services app into things that people want to buy. For instance, you mentioned clothing, for instance, Apple, technology. The banks are starting to see the branding element by bringing in the very cool brands and associating themselves.
True.
So where are you going with that in TBI?
Look, we work with really multiple partners across all our markets of operation, and it was, for example, in Greece you have a platform which is similar to Amazon called Scrouge. So whenever customers are checking out, and they're checking out quite often, right? At least averages twice a week.
Wow.
They see on the checkout us, right? And these are the kind of opportunities. Like I always tell people, look, the Gen Z doesn't care about Barclays.
No.
Gen Z cares about Nike, right? So more and more you kind of build really a proposition which is thinking about customer preference. The more successful you're going to be.
I completely agree. It really does seem like quite an exciting future for banks. But we're here
Not for all.
The ones that pick up on it?
The ones that pick up on it, yes.
Interesting. Now, we're here today, as I said, at the Paris Fintech Forum Leadership Conference. You've just come off stage already. What's it been like for you being surrounded by like-minded individuals and also a significant number of C-suites?
Well, honestly, I think it's a great event because really it collects some of the top people and the people that were on my panel, the people who were after me. I know a lot of these people because, of course, I follow the industry, but I didn't have an opportunity to meet them personally. So this event gives this great opportunity because it's much more, closer event rather than some of the events which are now turning into big parties, rather than actually coming here to learn something and to do some work. So that was a great opportunity. And I think that in events like this, people are more open to talk about real things. It's less about PR and how great we are and what we're going to do and how we're going to conquer the world and how all of you guys are idiots and I'm the smartest in the room. It's more about basically hearing from your peers truth, right? And unfortunately, we're in business and everybody is trying to shove each other around one way or another. It's a competition. But when you have that open dialogue, it's highly valuable, right? Because it's lonely at the top.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Petr, thank you so much for your insights. It's always a pleasure.
Thanks, man. Thanks, man.